Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Group 2. Effect of virus on plant. Afrisal Amarabila, NPM 02, Dia Budi Kusumawati, NPM 14, Alia Dewi Palupi, NPM 27, Eka Vianda, NPM 32, and Sonia Karisa, NPM 36. Definition: Viruses are a class of pathogens that are obligate parasites, usually depending on their host plant or survive. Generally, plant viruses cannot move to other plants on their own, so they cannot be spread by wind or water. Symptom of virus in plant. The specific symptoms of a virus attack are very important because viruses are usually invisible and can only be known through the effect of their attack on the host plant. However, a diagnosis in the field based on symptoms only serves as a guide. Symptoms can only provide a partial diagnosis because
The first, similar symptoms may be shown by several different virus. The second, symptoms may vary widely because the same virus can produce various symptoms depending on the environment and the genotype of the host. The third, the absence of symptoms doesn't mean that no virus is present. This might only mean that there is only latent or covered infection. And the fourth, mixed infection of several virus might have an additive effect on the host plant, resulting in more severe symptoms. Symptoms of plant virus attack can be divided into two, such as internal symptoms and external symptoms. The first is internal symptoms, change that can occur in plant tissue infected with virus such as distortion or necrosis of plume tissue, degeneration of plume tissue to intracellular inclusion or body inclusion. This change may be in line with the onset of external symptoms, which are the result of change in physiological function in the host plant body. The emergence of external symptoms such as tumor or the others is a result of disruption of cell differentiation in plant tissue.
External symptoms. Generally, external symptoms due to virus attack on plants can be seen through color changes, stunting, roasting, or shortening of the internodes producing a clustered appearance, bloom symptoms, or presence of excessive and branching growth of shoots, stunting and shortening of the internodes, decline or loss of vigor from the whole plant or part of the plant, and necrosis and plant death. Discolorations. Color changes on leaves can include chlorosis or loss of green color, loss of almost all color so that it looks white, or bleaching, yellowing or chlorosis and a predominance of yellow pigments, reddening or abnormal anthocyanin formation, brown and blackening, or due to the production of melanin substances such as black, bronzing, or necrosis and destruction of the epidermal cells surrounding the green and healthy-looking mesophyll. Discoloration that are irregularly attributed include mosaic or pale green, yellow, or areas of chlorosis limited by small veins that often appear angular, moteless, or various round discolorations, localizations varying from small areas of chlorosis to large irregular size, ring spots, or single or concentric rings of chlorotic or necrotic tissue separated by normal green tissue. Streaking or elongated, sharp chlorosis. Malformation. Malformations can occur in leaves, flowers, fruit, stems, and root. In leaf, malformations can be in the form of distortion or ringed, curled, and twisted. Epinesty or curling downward, growth of leaf narrowing or reduction in lamina tissue or reduction in size, thickening of all or part of the lining or veins of the leaf. Symptoms in flower include various types of distortion, abnormal part of the flower, reduction in size. In the fruit of the virus attack can cause symptoms in the form of reduction in size, deformation, and irregular shape, swelling or tumor, premature seeds. Symptoms of virus attack on the stem and in the form of distortion and shortening of the joints at the root, and the symptoms can be decay and dieback or dead ends, tumors, or can also be caused by certain bacteria, and proliferation of the root site.
Transmission of virus in plants. Plant virus can't enter their own host. They can only enter the host tissues through wounds or with the help of other organisms that have been exposed to the virus and then infect healthy plants. Such virus-carrying organisms are called vector. In addition, the virus can be transmitted through workers' hand, seed, and pollen.
Virus transmissions by insects. Insects that can be virus vectors are aphids, leafhoppers, whiteflies, mealybugs, silt lice, tree leafhoppers, ladybugs, thrips, beetles, and grasshoppers.
Virus transmission by mite. The genera of mites that most commonly transmit viruses are Escherichia, Brevibulbus, Euphausius. Viruses are carried in the digestive tracts of insects. They can be carried during molting vectors and are not transoviral. Transmission can increase with increasing feeding time of acquisition. The mites prefer to eat very young plant tissue.
Virus transmission by nematodes. The main genera of nematodes known to transmit viruses are Trichoderus, Cyphinaemarus. Nematodes transmit the virus by eating the roots of plant infected with the virus, then transferring the virus by eating healthy plants' root. But larvae and nematodes adults can transmit the virus. Generally, viruses transmitted by nematodes can be transmitted through plant cells, have a specific host, and disappear at molting. Virus transmission by seed-borne seeds play an important role in the spread and transmission of viruses and the survival of many plant viruses. More than 16 viruses can be transmitted by seed. Transmission via seed depends on the host species, virus strain, and the temperature at which the seeds are planted. Virus transmission by contact. Virus transmission can occur through contact between tools contaminated with the virus during feeding and hoeing, as well as by animals and humans. This type of transmission occurs only with very stable viruses that are present in high concentration in plant tissue. Explain of contact virus that can be transmitted by contact are Potaxis virus, Tabamosavirus, and Taboviruses.
Virus transmission by fungi. Soil-dwelling fungi such as the genus Opidium, Polymexa, and Spongiosperma are also vectors of viruses. This fungus is an obligate parasite. which commonly infect the roots of plants. Opidium brassica fungus can transmit four kinds of plant viruses, namely tobacco necrosis virus, cucumber necrosis virus, tobacco stun virus, and lactic big vein virus.
Plant diseases cause virus and how to handle it. Tomato mosaic disease. Mosaic disease in tomato plants, Lycopersicum esculentum Mill, can infect 5 plant species, namely the legume family and the eggplant family. This disease can cause considerable losses. Because the spread is very fast, the losses will be even greater if the pathogens attack the plants in the nursery or young plants. Tomato mosaic disease is often associated with other pathogens in attacking the host plant. Mosaic disease in tomato plants can be controlled in various ways, such as prohibiting workers from smoking while working in the garden, because this virus can be carried by tobacco removal of infected plants, cleaning and sanitizing weeds, and cross-projections with pathways transmit weak strains of tobacco mosaic virus to plants. Tangro disease. Tangro is a viral disease in rice plants that generally attacks during the vegetative growth phase and causes plants to grow stunted and reduce the number of tillers. Control can be done by crop rotation. Continuous planting of rice will increase green plant hopper population, making it difficult to prevent tangro infection. Avoiding the use of susceptible varieties in tangro endemic areas, uprooting and destroying infected plants. Mosaic diseases in sugarcane plants. Sugarcane mosaic is also known as yellow streak disease. Sugarcane mosaic pathogen is sugarcane mosaic virus. This virus has many strains with different virulence. Control can be done by adjusting the planting time, planting resistant varieties. That's all from our group. Sorry if there are wrong words and pronunciation. Thank you.